Hello and welcome to episode 22 of our Timberborn Update 5 Iron Teeth Mega Build playthrough here, cycle 31, day 9. Last time we did a bunch of stuff, ended up fixing, well, quote-unquote fixing, I always go the wrong way around this, fixing quote-unquote our bad water problem down here with these pathways by blasting a little channel here, and expanded the role of bots, placed all sorts of other fun stuff up here, and perhaps most importantly, put in these deep mechanical fluid pumps and bot charging stations, or at least started the process in all four corners of our upper tier here. But that has caused some of you to voice concerns, and we're going to address those as best as we can. Well, at least with what we know how to do in today's episode. But we've got plenty to get to. Our biggest pressing need right now is to figure out a way to get power transmission from down here all the way to the top. And fortunately, we now have pretty much the entire outer ring of the top all connected with power thanks to our, well, once the pumps are all in place, which we did not did not properly set up here, but we'll get there. We'll get all this stuff hooked up. It should all connect and be pretty good. So all we have to do is figure out where we want to have stuff come in this way and then make it happen. I think there's probably a couple spots that might work. Just based on how this is currently set up, I think it would make a lot of sense to have this just branch off right here. But there is a ladder in the way, and if we were to do that, we would have to figure some other sort of nonsense out. And the way we had stuff going the past little bit has been a little bit more chaotic than I think I care for. That being said, there's not really that much that can be done to avoid that, because we are attempting to do some pretty ridiculous stuff in terms of map scale. So I don't know, we've got our work cut out for us. We definitely have a lot of stuff to take care of, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenge depending on whether we get a drought or a bad tide coming up next. Because as some of you have said, the way that I have these automated floodgates set up is a recipe for disaster. I don't know, honestly, what the best option for that is. I don't know. No matter how I said it, it's wrong. So we just have to kind of deal with it and see what ends up happening. Right now, I have all of these disabled during drought and temperate, just defaulting to all the way down. And then when a bad tide happens, they will automatically shut as soon as it gets contaminated enough. But the downside of that, as some of you noted in the comments, is that when I disable it during a temperate, that means it just immediately opens as soon as the bad tide is over, which will allow bad water in. So that's going to be hard for us to deal with here. I honestly don't know what the best way to fix that is. Because if I uncheck a disable during temperate, then what that's going to do is it's going to make it so that everything just quote-unquote works how it's supposed to, but I don't know if how it's working is how it's supposed to be working, right? If we go under, oh, that's kind of a cool view. We go underneath here and we uncheck disable during temperate, then it's going to stay at this 0, but I don't know, somebody said this slider doesn't do anything anyway, so what's the point of this? it's just here. I don't know. I mean, when the drought starts, the height's 2, and the drought ends, the height's 0. I haven't set this at all. This apparently doesn't do anything either. I don't know. I unchecked disable during temperate, but it doesn't want to let me. It doesn't want to let me adjust. I guess probably because it's messing with the threshold for contamination. I don't know, man. It's something about me and automating these things just completely breaks my brain. So I'm just going to turn this off, and we're going to see what happens. If chaos happens, it happens. I don't know, you guys seem to like that better than my actual quality gameplay anyway, so that is what it is. If I can bring joy to your hearts by suffering and looking like an absolute fool on YouTube, then I guess that's my station in life, and I just have to accept that. But anyway, so that, I always go the exact wrong way around this thing. Maybe that does something. I don't know. We have to figure out how we're getting power up here. I mean, I can can, if I really want to, just bring it out this way. But we already have this set up, and I don't think we really need to have these water wheels in every single one of these. But if we did, we do have the option to come along this way. That might actually be a little bit cleaner to have it set up that way. It's just not exactly the nicest looking thing I've ever seen. But it would make sense because of how these vertical to straights are set up. And this is, this is universal, but we can't put that there because of the path. I don't know. So just for the sake of brainstorming, if I put a platform there, and then we have this set up to be vertical like so, and then we do that thing, and then we put another platform here, then we have this set up as a straight shaft, then we get rid of that and make that a T shaft, or something to the effect. It actually probably would have to be a universal, because that's a vertical to a straight. If I did that... Oh, see, that's ugly. I don't like that. See, that's a problem, because I have the path here. I can't really do it any other way. That is... That is an annoyance, is what that is. I guess I do have to put that back in place, because I can't connect to both. So maybe the most sensible thing to do here is just to do one of these numbers. Now, in theory, we don't have to have any more than one power connection to this side, but you know I'm going to get absolutely bodied by the symmetry bug here. So if I wanted to connect everything here, it probably would be smart. Yes, I know this only comes out this way. It's going to be okay. We're going to survive. This is not the end-all, be-all of how we have this set up, but I will go ahead and get rid of that log storage, because we have lots of log storage over here, and these really are not that consequential anyway. So I really don't know. I really don't know what to do here. I just got to figure something out, because that's what we're going to end up doing. So if we do that coming down this way, I need these to match up. I need this to be connected to something else, which probably would make more sense to move this engine. Probably would make more sense to move that engine there. And then in between them, figure out some other building that could go there. There's any number of... Please do not crash. Thank you. Any number of things that could go in and be fine. Just like there's any number of things that could go in here and be okay. We just have to figure something out that makes even just the slightest bit of sense. So if I were to build this way, and we came over here, let's see, what is this doing? Metal blocks, scrap metal blocks. I mean, I guess that makes sense. That's probably fine. The thing I would probably want to do the most would be to put, I don't know, like a lumber mill or something here. Because we got trees. We're going to have wood out the you-know-what coming over here. So if we put lumber mill there, or we could even just put 2 lumber mills here just to get the power connected, honestly. Start moving the stuff away from up here, because we do have... Yeah, we got 10 of these up here. So if we were to do that, that's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It definitely is not the worst. And then we could come out the side here, or depending on how we want to do this, I guess we have to check and see how our shaft bridges are going to work here. So that would have to... That's not going to connect there. It would have to come in. Yeah, we're going to have to get a little creative here with our power infrastructure. It's just not really coming together the way I thought it would. But I think for the time being, this is probably okay. I mean, it's certainly ugly. It is certainly less than ideal. But I think it's viable. I think it does work okay. And long term, I don't think it's a bad thing to have these engines here. since we have so much wood and we need to make so much more power. So I guess I could live with that. We'll triple speed this, get them to build that mess right there, and then we'll at least be sharing power down here. Because if you take a look at our, okay, that's not even rotating. We are, believe it or not, charging the batteries. We do have some flywheels underneath our food processing, if you remember that. But we're getting there, kind of. we got all sorts of mess to take care of, and boy, is this something. But I digress. We got to get this over here. See, I really liked the idea of the tunnels going underground, so this doesn't look quite so hideous. But I kind of fear that we're not going to be able to get away with it as best as we probably should. I mean, I can come in here with the triple platforms, maybe just for the sake of. Okay, no, that's in the wrong spot. Now let's check this. I am only pausing because I have to pause to be able to try this stuff out without really buying the farm here. I mean, I could do something like that. I don't really like it, but I don't know, man. This is just not really coming together like I thought it would. That's kind of disappointing. So I guess we'll just let them build that. But the growing concern that I have is that this will be a bad tide, which will make it impossible for us to get beavers down here to build. So I think if we want stuff to make sense, if that comes down this way, I think we might actually want it to come over here a little bit, depending on how this is set up. I really don't think I'm going to want to have any more bot production than I currently have. We have 128 bots. We really are not going to need very many more than that. If anything, we need to be storing more power with these flywheels. But we've got to find a good way to get these. Oh, you know what? All right, we're going to pause again. I'm sorry, but I don't want them to start building this. If I did this, that's actually high enough where it could almost just be straight across if we had the right kind of shaft bridge, like the... okay, the 10 is not quite long enough. But if we were to do it this way, let's see, a double is going to be sufficient enough, I think. I'd have to put like a bridge in the middle to kind of keep that, but that's not the worst thing I've ever seen. It's definitely not the best, but it's also definitely not the worst. So if we just had a ton of these things, like 6 of them, well, first of all, we can't build that many right now because we don't have any gears. We got to fix that problem. But if we can get that going, boy, that's going to be something else. Let's see. I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to be the most beautiful thing ever, but definitely is something. I think that's in the center-ish. All right, so what bridge length do we need for this? Wow, first time, 6, the 6 span. Okay, so if I did that, oh, look at this. Look at this. It's just like before. So if I did that, I think we can live with that. It's just not going to be the most beautiful thing we've ever seen here. But hey, this is not... I mean, I don't think it's supposed to be an aesthetic build. You might have thought differently. But, you know what? That might just be what we're looking for here. So I wonder if I can get... I know it's probably not going to let me do this, but... I mean, I could build on top... Oh, never mind. It just goes straight into the side. What kind of... if I get rid of them... Alright, BeardBot82. I'm sorry. You have been voted out of the charger. Do they even do Survivor anymore? I can't even imagine. The show's been on forever. What was it they always said when they voted someone off the island? It's like, the tribe has spoken, and then they extinguished that stupid show. It did give us a lot of good pop culture references and other stuff, though. So I guess it's not all bad. If I did this, and then we come over right like so, and then I have another power tower, come up here. Let's see, triple is about the right height. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comments just how stupid you think this is. Because if you don't like it, then, well, it's probably honestly too bad for you if you don't like it at this point. Because we're in a right mess is where we are. Let's see. That is too long. The 3 span. Yeah, if I had somewhere to put, I wish this could go, like, down instead of just straight up to the side. I don't know, that's probably asking for too much. But I'm obligated to try and... No, okay, that would have been too easy. Would have been too easy. But, man, could you imagine? Could you imagine? Okay, that says... If I put a reinforced thing, is it going to let me do this? I am obligated to try, just so you guys are aware. I'm going to be just flabbergasted if this actually works. Would be objectively hilarious. Okay, let's try. Well, alright. At least we tried. Now, the problem we're going to run into is it's going to be very hard to actually get anything attached here. Come on, get in the... There you go. So if I'm going to have to go up, no matter what, which means this is also going to have... Sure, I guess. Man, I wish I could do this some other way, but the way this is set up, it really was probably never ever going to be any other format, let's be honest. Oh, and then I have to build scaffolding so these idiots can build this nonsense. Alright, so, I mean, yeah, that's awful. That's terrible. That is absolutely shamefully hideous. But, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like it needs to look better than that, but at the same time, I truthfully don't know that I could come up with a better option for... Hold on. Wait, is it going to let me... Can I do this? Oh, okay, that doesn't look terrible, but there's also no real reason for me to build that. All right, do I even have a, what do you call it anymore? A ladder to get down here to build all this mess? Oh, this is going to be so awful to build. Well, if I'm going to commit to this, I'm going to commit to it. Let's, pause that. Just have them get to work building all that mess. Oh, it can't get materials because it needs gears. Alright, well, let's prioritize that, and then they'll put the gears there. Wait a second. No. No, these two... the solution is right here in front of me. I just need to make these gear workshops. Now, granted, we don't really have planks down here. But that would very, very easily start solving a lot of our problems here. The only issue is I don't have plank storage over here. Metal block storage, metal block storage. Guess what? You are now plank storage. Well, we have metal block storage over here. It's not all bad. Oh, this is bad. This is just not good stuff here. It really and truly is not. But I guess I've got to get at least one of these operating so we can get all this mess put together. And I will have to put in ladders. I'll just put this one right here. Why not? What other kind of nonsense might I have to get into here? And then because of the way the platforms are set up, I've got to do that so they can build. This is going to be, yeah, it's going to be something. That's about all I can. That's about all I can think of when it comes to that. But if this ends up working to a satisfactory degree, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be saved here. Oh no, these all need gears. Oh, that's tragic. Okay. Yeah, let's immediately prioritize all of that. That's probably going to take a while because I'm doing so much other stuff with these gears. All right. Well, let's take a look at everything else from a high-level view here. Food-wise, we are looking pretty decent. The amount of fermented mushrooms is not very high, but we do only have a couple of these fermenters working on that, so I'm not really going to feel that bad about it. I think it's okay. Realistically, we don't need so many of these inventors going. We have 28,000 science, and most of the stuff of consequence has been unlocked already. Tribute to ingenuity, a couple people suggested. I said last time, putting it in the center here. I really like that idea. I just do not know how power is going to work for that. I don't know that it's possible without having some sort of really just hideously ugly power thing coming into the inside here. I truthfully am not sure that is even going to work. But it does seem like a pretty tempting idea. Okay, we don't have our pumps in all the corners yet. Probably because those take so many gears, but once we have all of these power shafts in place, then we should hopefully be able to work on gears. Oh, of course, the engine requires gears. Everything is gears. All the time. Always gears. It's gears all the way down. It's like in Satisfactory, everything is screws. By the way, I do stream Satisfactory at least once a week here on YouTube if you feel so inclined to check that out. We have a good time. A lot of it is chat distracting me with discussions on other stuff, but it is still a fun game. Nice, relaxing, low stress, building supply chain management stuff, which is not something I'm good at, but it is something that I enjoy and it's fun. So, yes, shameless plug for those streams. But we'll get to work getting the rest of this put in place. Hopefully soon. Oh, they're not going to be able to build this. Because we're going to have to... Oh, this is going to be... that's going to be something. How am I supposed to get these idiots down here? I guess... yeah, we'll do that. And then I believe if I have this set up like so, they should be able to... Just pause that. They should be able to build all of this from that just fine. And we'll have to remember to unpause this one straight to vertical power shaft. But we're making gears. That's good to see. Probably should have this automated with bots, but I don't really have a lot of extra bots at the moment. We have so much other stuff going on. Yeah, we really need some more gears. I think it's all of this deep mechanical fluid pumping that's caused us these problems. And several of you have been quite dogmatic about how bad it is to leave stuff on the ground. Like, I understand. I know. You're just trying to help me out with my frame rates. But if I spent all my time chasing those things down, we'd never get anything done. You gotta understand that. But I guess I will... Oh, there's nowhere to put them. Okay. Is that all cassava? Fermented... Wow, there's a lot of this stuff that didn't make it into anywhere. Well, I guess that means we just have to put in more of these storage things. This is effectively empty. Oh no, I didn't empty it first. It's going to be fine. It'll be okay. What is this? Oh no, they can't get to them and it's gears. Wait, I'm going to be building over the top of this. That's okay. We'll just get this like so. You know the drill. Just build all this stuff. Now, if I have them, I know, going through all this trouble to get 3 little pieces of gears. But that's kind of how hard up we are in gears right now. How did I have this set up? This one. I got to get used to using this tab thing. Okay, so it's algae and then corn on the bottom here. Alright, so that's the algae. That is, I should say, the rations. Algae and corn rations. This is then eggplants and fermented cassava. Why did I pause that? There we go. Fermented cassava. And then the last 2 were on that specific one, mushrooms and soybeans. There we go. I guess I can just go ahead and put these other ones on top again. And I think, if I remember correctly, and I did, yeah, it was those radish things and then all of the, yeah. Math is hard. And yes, I will call anything that I don't understand math, even if it's not math. 1, because it's funny, and 2, because it makes me feel better about not understanding it. So, that's fine. We'll go ahead and get this situated like we are... Nope, that is supposed to go the other way. Okay, good, it's a drought. If this was a bad tide, we're going to have a bad time. Thankfully, it's not. All right, so that's going to be fine there, but let's not forget to put in the path. And then we'll put in here. And that should be okay. That'll help us get a little bit more stuff stored up. And hopefully, since I have prioritized them picking that up off the ground, they will go and get it first. Our army of builders can get to work with that. This is when it would be really nice to have the game have a cloning function. Alright, so we're making progress over here. They're going to be working on this for probably quite some time. But if this can all get connected before this drought starts, that's going to be really nice. The only issue is we're not going to have any power generated during the drought because the right here, this is all completely blocked off. And I've had some people suggest that on this side of this bad water area, then I can lower some floodgates here, kind of like how I have this set up. But the idea behind not doing that was to keep the bad water out of this. So we could pump this for drinking water if we ever needed to. Not that we ever will. I think the way this is currently set up is probably 0% chance that ever becomes necessary. But it will behoove us to have power stored up. Regrettably, this is not ready to be constructed. But I guess I could. Well, the only thing we're missing is gears. That's actually not that bad. But we can get that put in place. Yeah, and we're going to have to... I know this does not connect the entire upstairs to this. We will have some sort of a temporary thing to get this all hooked up. Yeah, I suppose... Yeah, it's probably unavoidable, but I'll just do that. That's all right. For now, that will get us where we need to go. Then I believe if we just do this, it's going to get ripped out anyway to go and put more of these in. But it's pretty unlikely we can build any more of these until maybe the end of the episode, just based on how this is currently looking here. Okay, so these need gears. Let's unpause these. Those are still currently super prioritied, or they're not. Okay, well, they need to be. So that needs to be prioritied. That needs to be prioritied. Yeah, we're going to run into the problem with the gears probably fairly frequently, but this does work. It just really it really is not a very beautiful thing, unfortunately. But It does work, I guess. So that's fine. It's fine. We just got to get these gears going somewhere else. I guess I probably should. We're looking good enough on our water supply. I probably should set these not to pump during droughts. There we go. Pause when drought starts. Unpause when temperate starts. Pause when bad tide starts. Yeah, okay. We'll just do this. We don't need to have these be completely full of water all the time. The idea is that it just is an automatic, faster way for water to get refilled. They can still manually, they can still refill. Why are the... Okay, they have nothing left to do. We'll take care of that in a second. I just got to make sure. Wait, did I just do this side, or... Oh, I guess I already did those that way. Okay. We don't have one here at all. And then these have not been built yet, but I will pause. I want to say that was my original idea, and it just was the way it was. We have 7,000 water. We're not going to run out. Not going to run out right now. Even 7 days without pumping, I don't think. But actually, there's no guarantee at 7. It could be 9 days. But that should help avoid our problem of completely drying out the mangrove trees, preserving some sort of water there in droughts and bad tides. Again, the only reason these exist is to refill the pumping reservoir a lot faster than just waiting for it to come in this way. So I guess we will see what happens. Is this connected yet? Okay, well that's not connected to this because this doesn't have any doesn't have any gears. But that is kind of unavoidable, it seems. How fast can... Like, where are the gears even going? I'm assuming they're going down here for bot building. So if we have that set as a construction priority... these guys are not using gears. These are using gears. So if I pause that... Yeah, let's just pause. I know. We don't necessarily have to pause everything, but if we pause the ones that need gears, they won't use gears, and we do have, well, I guess we kind of had at some point in time, extra parts. We have bots that aren't even working right now anyway, so I think that will probably be okay. So we should... This still is not... Oh, man! Alright. Alright. God, this is such a pain in the butt. That is... Yep, that is my fault that this was not done. That's a shame. But it's not like it really matters anyway, because this isn't even done. Yeah, that's going to take a little bit of time. But they can at least come over here and do this, and then, I don't know, I got to get rid of this awful scaffolding everywhere. Well, we'll get it figured out. We'll see what happens. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And that's just the way it is. Alright, 6-stage route. Cool, and these are paused, as they should be. This is still on the ground. Fermented soybeans, we, I guess, just do not have enough storage for those. I probably should just delete them, honestly. We have... Oh, yeah, all these cassavas and stuff. Well, the fermented ones, I think we can leave. We just need more storage for those. But the raw ones we really do not need. Because we have so many growing. I think, yeah. So I will try to have more storage available for these. I guess that's something we could do with all of this. And I want to get rid of these inventors. One, because these specifically are in the way. And two, I think they are eating up frame rate we really do not need to be messing with. So if we just put this all the way down. There we go. Demolish this. And I guess this is okay to have here, but it doesn't need to be here, strictly speaking. Let's give these guys something to do for the next while. Go ahead and put the path in so I don't forget. Might as well just build this way while I can. That's face the inside. You know the drill by this point. We end up just building a whole lot of the same thing because we can. And eventually, when this is all said and done, probably is going to help our frame rate a little bit. The fact that I can still get 25, 30 FPS with this setup and all this is pretty encouraging, I think. So let's just take our time here and get this set up correctly. Fermented cassava, pick those up off the ground. Eggplant rations. This right here needs to be the fermented soybeans, and then fermented mushrooms. Yeah, having the tab option, I think one of you guys mentioned in the comments last video, is very nice. Even if I don't frequently make use of it, it is a very, very nice thing to have. Lag, yes. So, you also might catch yourself asking, why in the world am I devoting, I being me, not you, why am I devoting so many storage resources for the mangrove fruits and the kohlrabies? And that is because they don't require any processing. So if we can have a lot of storage of those, in the event that we run out of power, we will have plenty of food that the beavers can eat and can reliably replenish in the event of no power. Although I'm pretty sure that's not going to be a problem after this is all complete. This is connected. Yeah, see, this is... Wait, why does that say 0 HPH? Are they out of power? No. Because this says... Batteries have a 94,000 charge. Unless that's talking about... No, that can't be that one. So where the... Because this is connected down here. No issues. Connected all the way through to this, which is connected all the way through to... Wait, why is this not... Oh, that's supposed to be universal, and I didn't. Okay, well, let's fix that. Let's fix that while we're here, before I forget. There we go. That will connect just fine. Make those a priority. That will be connected here. Okay, so the batteries are charging. It just wasn't, I don't think. Yeah, because this says 800 supply. Okay, so the connection here is broken. Universal power shaft connected here, connected here. Oh, and this is unplugged because I specifically unplugged it. Yep, that's right. That makes sense. But this on this side should also be connected, I thought. Except that runs over here. Oh, and this isn't connected because I didn't put the stuff in there. Okay. All right, so just for right now, since I don't have the pumps in here, is this dry? Okay, well, that was quick. I will just have those connected like that so we can have this all interconnected. This is not going to be relevant there. We got some nice food storage here. Did we pick up anything off the ground? There's still stuff here. Man, are we that hard up for storage space on the fermented soybeans? All right, if it's truly that bad, we've got almost 1,000 of these things. I'm just going to get rid of this. Oh, that was it's a tiny baby Kurt. What a stupid thing for me to say. I act like I'm surprised. Shouldn't be. All right, so food supply-wise, everything's looking really good. We could probably stand to have a little bit more corn, but that is something we can also continue planting over here. I should probably... Oh, we have so much cassava we're not even using. I think we're okay for right now. We're okay with the amount... I need to get rid of this. The amount of food that we are supposed to be having is fine. We'll unplant this. Eventually this will be farmland too. It's just not farmland right now because that was kind of not a thing. Alright, so these are empty and gone. no more of anything here. Just get those hooked back up. So now we have this entire corner ready. If we wanted to duplicate this, I don't think we'd need to, honestly. The way things are shaping up, we really are probably completely fine the way things are. We don't need to worry about it. But this is now hooked up. I'm going to... I guess I've got to be careful about when and how I delete things. No storage space available for logs or for planks. Alright, well, alright. I lied. We're just going to completely, shamelessly remove all of this. And delete the rubble because we don't need to worry about it. There, that solves that problem. That looks slightly better, I think. Okay, get rid of that. I think we're making so many resources that we're not using. It just doesn't make sense to hoard them on the ground. All right, and this one still needs treated planks and still needs gears. I wonder if the issue is because we don't have dedicated storage for some of that stuff in here. I got plenty of storage for gears. That's not a problem. But, oh, you know what is a problem? And you guys even told me is... I have these... I have these pumps turned off. I could have been having those run this entire time. But I didn't. Wow, look how quickly that emptied out. Well, I guess that's because this is the outlet point for that. That's fine. Look at us go. And see, if I can actually get this finished. I don't know where the gears are going. I mean, it makes sense that there's not going to be tons, but I turned this off. This is no longer consuming gears. None of this is consuming gears. The only thing that should be consuming gears is construction projects. So none of these things up here require gears. And as far as I know, these guys, yeah, they don't have any gears at all. I'm just going to go ahead and pause that. Oh, the charging stations. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Let's make the charging stations low priority. Those low priority as well. Well, I also paused them. So maybe they'll export the gears. Maybe. Do I have... I got planks. Okay. You know what? I can't believe it took me this long to to come to this conclusion, but... okay, good. That still has power. I can just build gear workshops down here to make gears. So, yeah, guess what? I'm gonna build 6 of these things. Got metal blocks here, scrap metal blocks, logs. Where's my plank storage? Is it all the way over here? Oh, yeah, you know, I shouldn't build these over here. Well, we can solve that problem, at least temporarily, by making this a plank storage as well. Give them a little bit of something to work with. But man, I can't... Obviously, that's the solution I should have come up with a long time ago, but you know how this works. You know how this works. Oh, and this... Why is this not unlocked for bots? I thought I had... Yeah, I got that, but I guess since I haven't unlocked it globally, it doesn't want to... Doesn't want to do that? Alright, well. Just have to remember to get this assigned correctly. Okay, so that works. I suppose that is okay. Now, I kind of want to try something while we're waiting. You remember last episode I talked to you guys about the fabulous Big Signs mod from our dear Battery Smooth. I want to see... what direction is this even facing, first of all? Oh, see, I wish I could go a little bit further down the side here. The way this is set up, I don't think it's going to let me do that. Because I was thinking about putting the signs kind of like on the side here. But it's not going to let me do that, I don't think. If I come in here with the B. Yeah, it only wants to go on the ground, which, you know, I guess makes sense. But... it would be nice, would be interesting to see if there was a way to do to do wall-mounted or cliff-mounted signs, as it were. I don't know if the game has a provision natively for that, or if that would have to be hijacked off of the side platforms mod, but I don't know. Battery Smooth watches these videos. I might also just like ask him, like, hey, is this something that's possible to do? But the idea that I had was if you just had these side platforms kind of reworked to be like a hanging mount for the for these things, because obviously I'm going to pause again, I know. If I could just build the side platforms here and then just, instead of putting on top of this, if I could just like hang from this, or, you know, I could just put it on top of the side platforms. But I like the idea of it being up against the wall here. I think that would look quite snazzy. Actually, since we're already here, let's take a second. Is this going to be enough space for me to try? I'm not going to click each individual one. I just have to count. So B-E-A... How do I spell beaver? I swear to God, I'm not this stupid. B-E-A-V-E-R-B. There you go. U-R-G. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And that could be... That could be the XV for 15. You know, honestly, for right now, I don't hate that. I don't hate it. I might just go ahead and replace all these with Oh, I'm having way too much fun with this. B-E-A-V-E-R. It's like playing Wheel of Fortune, but poorly. Beaverburg, 15. Look at that. Isn't that majestic? Did I say 14? That's definitely 15. But we'll let them build that. That is super, super cool. I don't know. It's like if you've ever flown into or out of Los Angeles at LAX, they have the big LAX letters on the I think it's the entrance driveway for the terminal drop-offs or pickups. So you'd only really ever see it if you're leaving, or I guess depending on where you are when the car is departing. Awful, terrible, horrible disaster of an airport from an enjoyment of travel perspective. But the letters are cool. The letters are really cool. That's always what that kind of reminds me of. And I think I have not had the misfortune to fly into or out of anywhere in New York or Chicago, which I suspect would probably also be terrible. But man, LAX is the worst. If you're ever going into or out of Southern California and you have the ability to fly into or out of John Wayne, which is Santa Ana, SNA airport code, or Ontario, which not Ontario, Canada, Ontario, Southern California, which is ONT. The flights are more expensive, but security there only ever takes like 2 minutes, because there's only a handful of gates at either airport. But at least I know Delta flies in and out of there direct, conveniently to where I am, which is always nice. But we usually drive when we go out that way. But sometimes if we have to fly, then we'll like, all right, we'll pony up the little bit of extra money just so we don't have to mess with the dumpster fire that is LAX. And it's nice at the smaller airports. But man, this looks so cool. This looks so cool, man. It almost seems like they're lit up. I know they're not, but it almost seems like it's lit up like that. That is so cool. And I love that. I love that so much. That is phenomenal. Oh, and somebody left a comment saying I need to put umlauts over something in here, and I think they said it was the V, which I don't think that's how that works. But I kind of want to see this. See, we got all these different options here. We've got yeah. See if I can put it over the over the top of the U. That's kind of funny. I guess it lets you put it on top of any letter, regardless of whether or not it actually needs one. But I don't know. Could do a little bit of a. I don't know. I don't speak the other European languages that use these accents, so I guess I shouldn't try to do it incorrectly. But yeah, that just looks so cool, man. I am super excited about that. Okay, so now I need treated planks. I know I don't have any storage for those. So for the purpose of building these things, I will just go ahead and put in a treated plank storage. But getting just one of these in place is going to be nice. How are we looking over here? We oh, we don't have the plank storage yet. Okay. Well, that's going to be expected to take a while anyhow. But now we got water coming back through here. We have 5,700 water stored up. We are pumping. Everything is looking fantastic. Man, I cannot get enough of this sign here. This is great. I have to keep checking about every 5 seconds that I have in fact spelled it correctly. But that is so cool. All right, so we have an acute shortage of the corn rations. Why is that? These should be running. That was eggplant, algae. So is the issue just we don't have enough corn? I don't think it is, because we have 200 of it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and unplant all of this canola, because we have plenty of canola growing here and here. I think this is going to be a good corn growing area. And I don't necessarily want to grow too much, but I think it would be smart to have at least a little bit here. Now that is, see, 7 over. There we go. So I'll just plant that much, so it's not going to be super crazy invasive corn everywhere. Then we'll fill this back in. Because honestly, we probably should be growing eggplant and corn over here. Because that's what's going on. But I have the eggplant currently growing over here, and we have not put these other farmhouses in, which I guess we could go ahead and do. We have the ability to take care of that real quick. I believe this was the correct place for that, based on how this other stuff was set up. And then right here as well. So if I can get that taken care of, then I could just go ahead and move the eggplants over here as well. Because I know we're not hurting for that. Eggplants could just be this entire back corner, honestly. Right there, and then I can just unplant these, because this probably should be something else. At least with the idea of keeping everything in the same general area that it will be processed. Eggplants and corn here, algae across the way, I guess is okay. Oh, you know what? I need to have this side connected to. I have not done that, but well, I guess I don't need to because we have the paths. But we got some options here to work with. Guess I'll just keep not eggplant. I'll keep planting corn here. And I left this open in case I want to build anything else there. But I guess that is looking okay. Look at us. We're 55 minutes in. How close are we? Waiting on treated planks. Okay. So I'll tell you what we'll do. I've got that set up. I don't have anything really going here. Let's just go ahead, since we are already here. I'll go ahead and start building all of these middle storages here, so we can at least have that completely knocked out by the time we are done with today. In fact, I will do it paused so I can actually put these things out. Just do it all in one bit, and then we'll unpause as we wind down the episode. But we have 4 here, and we have 4 here. Just figured it was about time to get that whole thing all taken care of. So we'll have the ladders facing the inside, like we did over here. Yeah, nice and easy. So, if nothing else, we have accomplished this, and we got the power kind of connected, although it's not really going to be done until the whole what do you call it? Yep, I completely forgot what the thing was called. Good job, me. Flywheel. That's what it is. Even paused to get these lag spikes, but that's fine. All right, so let's just refresh our memories of the order here. All right, the outsides are going to be algae, eggplants, and the fermented mushrooms. Yep, there we go. Same thing over here. And can I not reach that? Yes, there we go. Algae, that's what it's called. And then the next one was the inside, which is corn, fermented cassava, fermented soybeans. So that goes there. Fermented cassava, fermented soybeans. I believe once this is done, we should have pretty much all of that taken care of. In terms of food storage, probably for the duration of the playthrough. Hopefully, we won't have to worry about it again. We just might have to scale the storage amounts. But we should have everything else ready to go. Production maybe modified a little bit as well. All right. I won't make you sit through the rest of this paused. I just needed to make sure that I remembered what went where, and then we'll be good to go. But get that started, and then come over here and do the same thing as well. So yeah, suffice to say, we can be pretty happy if the power is actually connected at any point during... Oh, man, that's so slow. I know it's because it's calculating a whole lot of stuff, and I'm just adding more stuff every time I click it. But once everything is connected into different districts, I think we're going to be in a very, very good shape. So the one thing I have not done is I've not put in the second level of pathing yet. We will have to take care of that. But this one was indeed algae. That one was indeed algae. This one was the eggplants. Just trying to keep this matched up. And then the outside one again was the mushrooms. Inside was our corn, and then it was the cassava, and then it was the soybeans. Yeah. So, while I have you here as a captive audience, I need to remind you that we do not have enough options for voting for the name of the second district yet. That's why I have not run that poll. I got 3 submissions, 2 of which I actually want to use. So, if you have any ideas for what you would like the second district here to be called, that being the one that is down in the Badwater area and is the bot district, please drop some ideas below, and then I'll run the poll after we get a couple more. But I didn't want to just run a poll with 2 or 3 options. I want it to be full. Thank you for not crashing. All right. So hopefully it inspires you guys to submit a couple more ideas, and then we can get a move on with that. But with these in place, the lag, man. I can see the comments now. Stop complaining about the lag. You created the lag. Yes, I am aware. I am aware. That's just the way it is. All right, so that side's done, and then this needs to go next. Yeah, it is the... no, that doesn't go there. The pathing connections that cause all of this, because it has to recalculate for every single beaver and bot that you have every time you put a piece of path down, unless they are disconnected as not being part of the same district. So that is hopefully something we can fix. Why get out of here, pine resin? Nobody wants you. Go away. I already have way too much pine resin. I don't know why I can't ever remember what corn looks like. There we go. That goes there. That goes there. Eggplant is already planted, so that's looking good. Yeah, big progress here. We'll get this figured out. I don't know exactly what's going to go there, but our water situation is looking fabulous. The Beaverburg's 15 sign's looking wonderful. And hey, this is actually done. Very nice. I will eventually build a whole bunch of these going this way, but for right now, I'm going to leave it alone so it can charge, and then we can figure out if this is something we want to expand or completely tear down and do something else while we build up our stock of gears here. But I think this is about as good of a time as any to go ahead and end this episode. We've got a decent amount of stuff done. But yeah, as always, appreciate you being here. Appreciate Beard Boosters as well. With their support, makes it possible for me to continue doing these videos and keep the garbage sponsorship integrations at bay. Although, honestly, I don't get harassed about those. Maybe it's because I say that I don't want them in my videos, and the people who go and scout the channels like, oh, I'm not going to waste my time with that guy. But I really and truly do not want to peddle garbage that you guys don't want or need. I feel like that's not really an honest way of doing things. So if we can keep things about the games and just enjoying laughing at my stupid mistakes, then that is fine by me. And support of those folks does truly make it possible for that to occur. And I'm very, very thankful. And thankful for you as well, even if you're not part of that. So whatever it is you're doing with the rest of your day, stay safe, have fun, and we will see you tomorrow for another episode of the Folktales playthrough that we had such a chaotic time in Tuesday's episode on. And then Saturday, we got a new game coming you guys have been wanting, so get excited for that. Should be an interesting one. Been pretty hotly requested, and I've been spending a little bit of time getting acquainted with it. Should be interesting, but I digress. That is quite enough of my my rambling. We'll see you next time. Have fun. Bye-bye.